Welcome to the Kobe Show, ladies and gentlemen. And right before we start anything, you are obligated to, if you have not, check out 6 Feet Back 2, the second part of my short film series right here. Please go. Just go now. I'll wait. Alright, now that you're there, perfect. You might as well have came back, after that awesome episode that we can talk about real quick. An update on the very dope, very fun. I've grown a lot from this episode. I've learned so much from it. So 6 Feet Back 2. It was the second part of my short film where I continued it from part 1. Part 1 is this guy wakes up from the coma. We have no idea about anything. He just woke up, groggy, outside of the hospital. And so I didn't do much research, as a director should, for, comas. Like, what do you remember? What do you not remember? Do you remember how you got into one? Do you remember past stuff? I didn't, and I should have. But I will get into a lot of that episode 3. I will get a lot more into that, cover some loose ends and figure some stuff out. But yeah, so he wakes up. He somehow remembers where his home is. He's heading home, walking through the city. Part 1 was just a bunch of camera cuts and, trying to follow a narrative like, oh, he's going home. He's home. This happened. This. So he got home, turned the TV on, laid down, heard some crazy stuff on the news from TV. And simply he just heard the coronavirus, got up. Oh my God. The coronavirus was being blown out of proportion in that scene. It was talking about hundreds of thousands of deaths, cities evacuating, blah, blah, blah. So he was like, oh, gotta call my mom. He ran, made the quick call. Boop, boop. Mom didn't pick up, got mad, threw the phone, ran out. So, basically followed the narrative of, he woke up, went home, called mom, ran out to mom after finding out some crazy news. And then part 2 begins. He caught a cab, got off. Boom. Bye, taxi guy. And then he heads to walking towards mom's house, Got the dope scene, the scene where I'm showing off all the credits, basically, pre-credits, Louis Kobe starring, blah, 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 blah. And then starring a brand new cast member playing Brother Jay, Tommy OTV, which is something really, really cool. I finally added my first cast member to this, what started off as a solo project. All right, let me just start something because Scrapyard 24/7, yeah, whatever. We got Modern Warfare here, playing a popular game, whatever. And so I head to mother's house, nice little shot. The beginning is very nice. I love this, the walking shot. And then you see the apartment, he heads in, boom. Doors open. Wow, what the hell? Doors open. So he's heading in, doors open, blah, blah, blah. Mom, Jay, anyone home? Blah, whatever. Then he checks the room, nobody's there. It's looking messy. Dude left the door open. He's confused. He's shocked, so the suspense is leading up. Then he heads over to this table right here, this nice little table. Sees the little note. Tell me if you noticed the cut. That was a nice cut. I believe it's called a J cut or L cut, one of those, where you see something, you completely zoom out of it. And then you reveal the setting and everything. I thought that was really cool. Check it out. Yeah, and then that was a really nice scene I was proud of. Dialogue, reading the note. I should have added text from the note itself. I haven't played multiplayer in a long time. No excuses though. He's still Kobe, And then yeah, so he reveals mom's upstate. She left with the little bro, and she left Big Bro in charge. Well, Big Bro has been leaving doors open and leaving food out and stuff. But then I realized that I left my phone, I left my sweater in the taxi. Interesting thing about the sweater thing. So I lost that sweater. It got damaged and I lost it. I threw it out basically. So I don't have that sweater anymore and I had to continue it because I left the house with that sweater. So what I did was I just put it to the viewer's attention that, oh, I left my sweater. That's why in the beginning he said that. So yeah, that happened and then basically, let me bring this a little closer. Mic check. Cool. So then basically we called our brother. We found our old phone in the old house. That's my old house basically. That is a fucking person. I'm bugging. So and then we called Brother Tommy OTV, aka Brother Jay. He's playing my real life brother. And what happens is we have a conversation. He puts me on to this whole coronavirus thing. Shout out to Tommy OTV as well. He did an excellent fucking performance. He did great as Brother Jay. He did great. We did that real quick too, like quick one take. He's a star for that. And we just talked about the coronavirus, and then so it starts from suspense. He's talking crazy about it, how the world's changed, and then I'm just like, oh, this is all new to me, whatever. I just woke up. And then he brings up some jokes. The joke hits, the tide changes. I wanted to really make the tide change to something else rather than spooky, sad suspense. Although, you know, you still always have a bit of suspense in the show. And then I leave, I get out of here, and he tells me, oh, basketball is even canceled in the world. That's how sick things are. And I'm like, what? Can't play basketball. So then after that conversation, things get, you know, happier and a little more exciting. Because then I say, can't play basketball. And then I actually say that 3 more times. I make a point that can't play basketball. Can't play basketball. And then we head to the park after some dope shots. Realize nobody's playing handball. And then I head to the courts. Realize there's no rims. And then I end up saying, you really can't play basketball. Which to me is just hilarious. Like, you go from can't play basketball to that. And so basically we set the tone for the series, where is the direction I really want to go, basing on basketball. I love basketball. I want to really start playing basketball a lot more after all this outbreak, and we're going to be able to. We're going to add some cast members. Oh my god, I'm not focusing on the gameplay that much. Hey, look, AFK guy. It took me like 20 bullets to kill him. But yeah, so basically I'm going to get a few more cast members. We're going to do 6 Feet Back 3. I wrote the screenplay for the first scene in the script. Oh my gosh, it's going to be really good. It's going to be crazy good. I need 3 other actors. I'm going to hold off on the recording until, you know, things get a little better for that scene at least. I will get to the other scenes pretty easy. But that scene, I'm going to need 3 actors for a basketball scene starting. Here's a little glimpse. I don't know if I should say it, but screw it. It's going to be the scene on how I got put into the hospital. How I got that coma. Ooh, good kill. Alright, and then, so basically that's going to be great. That's a little sneak peek of it. You guys got it here early. Cool, cool, cool. That's enough talking about 6 Feet Back 2. 6 Feet Back 3 is in the works. I'm going to continue the series. It's so fun. But let's talk about something else. Something I really want to talk about. The NBA season is coming back, supposedly, or it's in the works. I don't really know the full details. But we've been told this is the premise. 22 teams, a.k.a. the teams who actually stood a chance to making the playoffs or were already in the playoffs. Ooh, what is all this? And so basically what's going to happen is Disneyland, Disney World, whatever, in Orlando, Florida, is going to host this. They're going to get a basketball court. Do whatever. Those 22 teams are in. The Warriors, I think, are Cleveland, Cavs, and some other teams are excluded from it. They were never going to stand a chance. I don't see the problem in it. Oh, I was close. So basically, yeah, that's going to happen, and I don't care. That's fine, whatever. I always wanted the teams who still stand a chance to be able to play, and that's happening, which I'm grateful for, whatever, that's cool. But the teams who don't stand a chance don't complain. Don't complain. That's it, good. That was a rough game, but yeah, that's fine with me. I assume what's going to happen is, now it's got a little louder. Everyone's going to complain. A lot of people's going to complain. A lot of people are not going to want to play. Kyrie is one of those guys who was really saying, recently, I just read something or saw a video that he's not in for it. Like, screw it. No. Basketball, no. He said some reason, I don't know. He's opposing it because of it doesn't feel right. He said something like that. I didn't really read into it. But what LeBron said, he said something. I like that he's encouraging it because he has a huge chance of winning. So fight for that. And I feel like a lot of people who realize or think they don't have a chance of winning aren't really feeling the season. LeBron said something like, continuing the season will not affect his ability to change society for the better or something like that. So basically he's just trying to say, like, listen, we could play. It's not going to affect nothing. We're not going to look like fools. Blah, blah, blah. Pretty good point he made. You should check that actual quote. Something like that. And that's my prediction is it's going to be a watered down season. A lot of players are not going to want to play or they're going to be resting. I think the big dogs who really have a shot at winning will all fight their butts off this season. Kawhi Leonard, Russell, James Harden, LeBron. I think these guys are going to be the forefront of this. They need draws. They need money makers. So those guys are going to do their thing. And who I think is going to win it all? LeBron James. I think he's going to win the championship. I think him and Anthony Davis are going to, win a championship this year for LA. It's my opinion. I guess LA, I guess the state of California as well with the fucking Super Bowl. And I was wrong. But yeah, I believe. Wait, is that my teammate? My man's joined me? Oh shoot, one of my homies joined. Cool. And another thing. Let me get this guy. I've missed every bullet. Yeah, let's go. LA this year. Los Angeles Lakers are gonna win the chip. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong 2 times. Or 2. Damn, I need to stop playing around. I'm gonna actually kick ass real quick, so I'll focus a little less on that. There was this dope Dave Chappelle comedy special he posted. It was freaking awesome. I believe it's called 846. The amount of time that the officer had his neck on George, had his knees on the neck of George Floyd. So basically, it's like it's really deep. His special is deep. He talks about this. He gives this awesome story about this officer. I don't know his name, but he's a black officer. He had this white female officer partner, and they had a warrant for somebody, and they bashed into their house, had him in custody, and the white female was using excessive force. And he said, no, they didn't like that. I assume it was a black male that they ran down in the house. And he didn't like it. He reported it to superiors, officials, or whatever. And he lost his job. Lost his freaking job. I'm about to close the school real quick. Stop hiding. He lost his job, and I believe he continues the story speaking on this guy, because this guy writes a letter or manifest or says something and gives praise to some comedians and some actors or whatever. And what happens is he seeks out revenge and kills officers. He kills some officers. And what happens is the cops start looking for him. They come. He's on a rampage. He's a murderer. He's doing crazy stuff. They start looking for him. And what happens is they find him and they roll deep on him. They roll up deep on him. So it's about 400 officers, he says, that roll up on him when they find him in some cabin hiding or whatever. And quote what Dave Chappelle said was, they Swiss cheese this motherfucker up. Like, they really left him more dead than dead could be. And he made a beautiful point, like, so y'all did that because you killed one of ours. And how the hell y'all not understanding what we doing when y'all killed one of ours as well? It's the exact same thing. Alright, this man is a murderer, he deserved to die, but the fact that y'all ran up on him, 400 officers on one guy, and murdered him to a point of just, you have to watch it. 846 on YouTube, Dave Chappelle. This man is going to tell the story way better than me, but I think I did a good job. You got to check it out. It was a great story. It was deep. The special it was really good. It was really good. Shout out to Dave Chappelle for that story. Whew, y'all got to check that out. It was amazing. And that's most of today's episode. I don't got much else to talk about, but I really wanted to talk about the 6 feet back, this amazing story from Dave Chappelle that you all should check out. And boom, we won. Round 1. Cool. Ending on a W. How much time did we spend? We spent 14 good minutes. Beautiful episode. Now, I wanted to have a special guest on this episode, but, you know, schedules are really around the place here for this quarantine. And everybody's out doing their thing. We're getting back to the money, And things are, you know, tough schedule-wise. But let me get a few more kills, because I've been slacking. Let me show y'all something real quick. Oh, yeah, when I say that, something bad happens. Alright, so yeah, make sure you check out 6 Feet Back too. Leave a comment under it, show some love, tell everybody why you liked it. Share, show your homies, like, yo, this is really a 22-year-old director with less than a month's of experience in directing and made 2 dope short films. Who does that? Who do you know does that? There's a lot of people there. I'm about to start wilding on them. Watch this. Oh, they dead. Okay, yeah. I give myself a lot of props. Like, I'm young. I just started working on this. And I'm doing a really good job. And I promise 3 is going to be way better. 3 is going to be crazier. Because I got so much in store for this. The screenplay is oh, how did I survive that? Wow, this game is garbage. But yeah, like, part 3, the screenplay is crazy. The backstory is going to be crazy. The continuation is going to be so much more interesting. One of my homies who does art on Instagram for athletes, I'm gonna link him down below. He gave me a nice form of advice where we delved into some Stephen King books and some of his interesting skills in keeping writers and readers and viewers hooked. So I'm gonna add some good stuff to this episode. It's probably gonna be my best, but it's probably gonna take the longest because I want it to be so good. I want it to be smack daddy in the middle, you know. All right, so I'm gonna get one more kill, 360 kill. I'm gonna do some full stuff right now, Kobe style. Oh, full. I died. Never mind, I'm nice. Quick scope this ugly fool right here. Never mind, hard scope because he's hiding. Stupid! Alright, that was a good episode, ladies and gentlemen. Please watch 6 Feet Back 2, Show Some Love, Part 3. I'll give it probably a month and 5 weeks at max. Look at this stupid fool. Get out of here. Alright, that's the Kobe Show, ladies and gentlemen. Please show some love to 6 Feet Back 2. It's amazing. It'll change your life. It'll show you that there's so much more I could be doing right now. Because you can do all this. 1 month, literally, no more. No more than 1 month of experience. And today was a great episode. Ladies and gentlemen, like and subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram, IG with Kobe, and watch the Kobe Show IG. Have a good day. Later. Signing out.